Please welcome to the stage, Sean Lever.
Thank you, Richard, and thanks for putting me on after Anne Widdecombe. And you're a one-woman British institution. You're fantastic. I'm sure you'll agree. It's great to see so many people at all of our rallies, and it's great to see so many people joining online as well. We can reach a huge number of people on the internet. Now, I'm not a professional politician. I've never earned a living from politics. As Richard said, I do cybersecurity in the day. I've worked for many high-tech companies in the United States and Finland and in Israel. I understand how our connected world works. But I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, as someone working in cybersecurity, I'm pretty hacked off with this government. And I do have a confession to make, just between us. Until a few weeks ago, I was a member of the Conservative Party. I've been an activist, a volunteer, a donor, a local councillor, a school governor, and a former deputy chairman of my association. And I've campaigned in every election since 1983. A few weeks ago, after 30 years membership, I resigned from the Conservative Party to join the Brexit Party. The world's oldest political party can no longer count on my support, and I've left. I've resigned. But why? Over the past 3 years, I've concluded that on the issue of European Union membership, the Conservative Party is institutionally remain. From the Prime Minister, Mrs May, most of her cabinet, the majority of its MPs, right through to its own administration. At the grassroots level where I worked, it has become divorced from the views of its own supporters and, more importantly, the wider electorate. It's remain, 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 and it has to go. Over recent decades, the United Kingdom has gradually outsourced its own government to the European Union. They hoped we wouldn't notice, but I think now we have. This government's proposals will trap the United Kingdom in a supranational government in Brussels and Strasbourg, over which we have little influence, no voting rights, and from which it'll almost be impossible to leave. Now, today, we hear both legacy parties are finalising the agreement for the most anti-democratic stitch-up in recent British democratic political history. It's a disgrace. Ladies and gentlemen, these politicians are intent on keeping us in the European Union for as long as possible, and they'll use every method they can invent to do so. It's not what we voted for. What we're witnessing in government is not Brexit. Am I hacked off still? You bet, and I bet you are too. Some pundits will say, we didn't know what we were voting for. They are wrong. We voted to leave the European Union by a clear margin of 1.3 million votes on a record turnout of 72%. I'll tell them this is what leave means. It means self-government. It means sovereignty over our own affairs, jurisdiction in our own courts, control over how we spend and raise our own taxes, an open immigration policy fair to all, and a UK trade policy. Sounds like democratic government to me. Does it to you? But you here in Peterborough have already made democratic history. More than 19,000 of you more than a quarter of the electorate signed a recall petition to remove the MP in Peterborough, the one you no longer trust. Using peaceful, lawful and democratic means, over 6 weeks, you made your voice heard in that recall petition. Westminster were forced to listen to you, and now you have the opportunity to vote again. And for that, you deserve a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one political party that will implement the 2016 referendum. There is only one party that will uphold the will of democratic right and the votes that you cast counting. That party is the Brexit Party. Our message is clear. If you want truly democratic government, if you want competence in office, and if you want to trust those that govern us, all you have to do is vote for it. So vote for the Brexit Party on May the 23rd, and together we will change politics for good.
Thank you, Sean. Head that way. Thank you very much, Sean. And so, ladies and gentlemen,